안녕하세요. Another ITZY track, so it's bound to be fun. You know it's gonna be good. This is Dalla Dalla, which is even fun in the Hangul characters. Huh? Okay, let's check it out.
People look at me and they tell me 외모만 보고 내가 날라리 같대요. So what? 신경 안 써. I'm sorry I don't care, really don't care. 사랑 따위에 목매지 않아. 세상엔 재밌는 게 더 많아. 언니들이 말해 절 들라면 말 어때? 잘들 생각 없어. 예쁘게만 하고 매력은 없는 애들과 난 달라. 얘기지만 날 맞추려 하지마. 난 지금 내가 좋아하는 나야. I love myself. 난 뭔가 달라 yeah. I love myself. 난 뭔가 달라 yeah. 난 너랑 달라 Bad, I'm sorry I'm bad. I'm just the way I am. 남 신경 쓰고 살길 내가 와. 하고 싶은 일 하기도 바빠. My life. 내 맘대로 살 거야 말리지 마. 난 특별하니까야. 남들의 시선 중요치 않아. 내 스타일이 좋아 그게 많으니까. 언니들이 말해 내가 너무 당돌하대. 바꿀 생각 없어요. 예쁘게만 하고 매력은 없는 애들과 난 달라. 얘기지만 날 맞추려 하지마. 난 지금 내가 좋아하는 나야. 좀 귀여워 people say 나는 내가 알아.
Oh
I'm
man.
talking to myself 기죽지마 절대로. 고개 들고 네 꿈을 쫓아. Just keep on dreaming. Keep your chin up, we got your back. Keep your head up, just keep on dreaming. Keep your chin up, we got your back. Keep your head up, just keep on dreaming. 예쁘게만 하고 매력은 없는 애들과 난 달라. 얘기지만 날 맞추려 하지마. 난 지금 내가 좋아하는 나야. I love myself. 난 뭔가 달라 yeah. I love myself. 난 뭔가 달라 yeah. 난 너랑 달라
It's different. You know, I love ITZY, man. I'm not, yeah. They're great. You know, they, yeah, I mean, I've seen things about their, content and I guess they try to carry sort of a positive message, a sort of self-image empowerment kind of a message, and I think it's great. I'm here for it. Like, why not? So again, very upbeat, very fast, very busy. Lots of things going on. Quite a psychedelic video, too. There was some very cool visual transitions that were taking place. Again, that layering of the production where they're using color effects, say in the background or in the foreground at different times. Really, they give a lot of depth visually to these videos. It's cool. It's really quite impressive the way that they managed to accomplish all of those effects. So we're fairly straightforward, definitely in 4, and I don't know what that synth sound is. I mean, it sounds almost like a flute sound, but it's so deep in its down in like a bass voicing, but it sounds like some sort of wind instrument, and perhaps it's been shifted or dropped down into a lower pitch, or perhaps it's just a really big sort of wind instrument, sound. It's quite interesting though. It's very like it's synth, but it has an organic quality to it, or sort of like an organic overtone, sounding very round. And let's see, it's signature ITZY style as far as the vocal work that they're putting down over a very busy mix. Okay, let's see. So sort of a cinematic opening also. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, who would I don't know. I wouldn't change in the elevator, or you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. It's probably just for security, right? The camera. I'm just saying, but still, a fun idea. Yeah, this sound is very unique, actually. Sort of minimalist percussion. Yeah, we're fairly straightforward in 4 with 8th notes subdivision. You hear the accent on the ands, one and. You hear that dink, dink. Fairly straightforward so far, but that strange sort of synth sound that's going on in the bass, I'm not sure what that is exactly, but it's unique. And they got the dog to change colors too. Okay, and these other little parts that are coming in now, filling out the rhythm, they're just moving back and forth between 2 pitches, but it's panned in both left and right. And there are some sort of scratch vocal or like vocal stab tracks that are going on. So it's building up. We had minimalist percussion, like a main theme in the bass that's going on, and now we get these rhythm parts that are filling out. The bass gets swept up into this sort of chorus part here. That was interesting, the very end of that phrase there, because the mix is sort of wonky and kind of like flat sounding. The vocals sound good, they sound solid, and it's interesting where she might have had to like the pitch that she had to reach in order for it to sit over that wonkiness in the mix. Kind of different. It's different. See that now, that bass sound is, it sounds like it's being swept. Oh yeah, this is a nice change up too. Triplet groups in the rhythm. So we got two contrasting sections there, right? Because we had sort of a dropping out of a lot of the percussion, and I think mostly that bass sound too kind of changed up. And then this was a completely contrasting section from that also. So another one of these, you have the song going along with what it's built up, and then you're going to get two equal parts that are both different from what you started with. Very, yeah, like it is different. ITZY is just different. Yeah, it's so oh, and this part, this is trippy. Great transitions, visual transitions. Also, this whole section right here, just it feels like a shift, maybe major right there. These chords, they feel different. What's going on here in the mix? As soon as the heavy sort of psychedelic visual transitions kick in, has a totally different feel to it. Again, another shift. Oh man. Oh, hard synth bass there. And the chorus shout. Back into this chorus sound. Oh, they look fantastic, man. Gnarly bass. Oh man. Oh. That's cut hard, and it's just like being shifted also. Dalla Dalla. Yeah. It's different. It is. I'm always, no matter what you might think, the JYP approach is incredibly, one of these thoughtful, focused, very sort of meticulous types of approaches to the overall like mix and composition and everything that they put together. It's I mean, they have some very talented, writers, composers, and producers that put these together. It is different, but fun, upbeat. That's all ITZY. That's what they are. They're a little bit different, but they're always very fun. They're always very upbeat. They're always very positive. They have a little bit more of an edge to them, I suppose. If I consider Twice, who's just like, they're just charming. They just everything about them is so like appealing, just so like, they just draw you in. ITZY, they're a little more, they just have a little more of an edge, they just have a little more like attitude, I guess, but it's cool, you know what I mean? They're still just as talented, they're still gorgeous, they're still really good performers. They're just, I'm never gonna knock ITZY. I would describe things sometimes as being a bit campy, but there isn't anything wrong with camp. It just depends on what it is that you're trying to do, and it's one of the aspects, at least in my opinion, of some of their performance with ITZY. But it's something needs to be campy, like, somebody's got to do it. And I think that ITZY with JYP really, really pulls it off. I don't, like, there's some other campiness out there as well, but I think the sort of combination of the attitude and the camp and the inherent sort of cuteness that they have, I think it's a really fun mix. It has its effect, but this upbeat tempo, fast pace again, but really nice contrasting sections in here. Actually, yeah, because you got your main sort of groove, which you hear strongly in the verse sections, and then you go into your chorus section. But they did it twice, where they gave you, one section that was different, but it was made up of two sort of contrasting parts. And you got a shift in the rhythm, you got a shift in what the bass was doing, in a pair of one section, and then kind of take you back through some of the more familiar grooves. And then it did it again. It set up another section that was made up of two parts that were in contrast to each other as well. So there was lots of contrast used in this song also. And I'm very curious as to what was being used for that bass sound at the beginning. That sort of wind, synth wind, shifted, swept sort of thing that they were using there. It's a crazy. I know it's plugins, but plus what effects that are on there, because it sounds to me like it could be dropped down, something that is originally voiced a little bit higher, but it's cool. It is different. It has that ITZY quality to it. So yeah, totally fun, like awesome mix, busy, super fun, and the ITZY, the girls looked fantastic in this video. I mean, they looked like really, really good. It's visually impressive, just like the the last video was too. These ITZY and this one, the layering used in the different sort of color graphic effects that they had going on, changing it up, adding depth by using the background and the foreground also. Little things, even like changing the color on the pooch that was in that one sequence, and it just gives it more depth, makes it more interesting. Those were fairly intense psychedelic transitions, I would say, on in that later, like in the third last third of the video. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. It's a pretty cool video. And just another like ITZY track, man. That's ITZY. They're different, but I love them for it. You know what I mean? So it's all good. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. So another good ITZY track. All of these are the ones that mostly, like, later on I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna hear parts that I didn't really catch the first time around, and over time it's gonna be like, okay, I kind of like this more and more. But like I said, it was interesting with the way they were moving the mix around, over say some of the vocal work that some of these parts had, especially that the end of that phrasing on the chorus part. It's like it's fun, it's different, what they're doing there. But I'm telling you, it's interesting how she had to hit a certain pitch, because they're really just sort of wobbling the sound in the mix underneath it, and it's kind of a gutsy thing to do. Like, you know, you have to be pretty knowledgeable. You have to understand the relationship and the harmonization there if you want to pull that sort of thing off. But they did it. They went ahead and they did it. ITZY Dalla Dalla. Another example. You can't call a K-pop song, you know, from its title. It's your expectations will be subverted. So, in most cases, anyway, especially with a group like ITZY, because they certainly are different, but they're awesome in my book anyway. They're awesome. ITZY Dalla Dalla.